Hello, my name's Andy and welcome to the garage. Hello and welcome to December's donations. You can see there. Now that carrier bag's not full, but that box has got a lot in, and so has that other box you can see that's already opened. So I'm doing donations by themselves this month because there's quite a few, and I'm going to do in another video the purchases which were primarily from Stafford Toy Fair in December. So let's get it set up properly and take a look at these donations, shall we? Right, here we go with the first donations, and these are from a friend of the channel called Ian. He knows who he is, and I've been doing some decals for Ian, and in return he's donated some models. Now, here's a lovely one, a Ford Zephyr motorway patrol car by Corgi. I think Ian's put the wheels in somewhere else. Now, it has been restored and it's been painted really quite nicely as well. So that could just be a simple put together, particularly like the matching blue. So we'll put that to one side. Now, I was talking to Ian and he's noticed I'm always short of tyres, so he sent a very useful bag of tyres there, which we'll put to one side. Now he sent this Rolls-Royce Dinky Toys Silver Wraith, already drilled out the base. Glass is obviously excellent, and it really just needs a bit of finishing off that. I always wonder on the Rolls Royces this size what you can do about the Spirit of Ecstasy at the front. I'm not sure you can do a lot because it'd be so small, but that's another one that's part complete. And Corgi Toys Plymouth Sports Suburban with a stripe. Now I'm going to do the stripe as a decal for Ian for one of his in return for this one. So that's quite nice. That's obviously unrestored, but it's been taken apart. So if we try and keep that intact when we put it down, that's going to be fine. Now Ian also sent the glass and some wheels and some beacons, some flashing lights. I won't take those out. Now, he must have been reading my mind because I had 3 of these. I think I've got 5 of these now. And what that's led me to do, this is not in bad condition, this Jaguar XJR9 by Corgi. I think I might do my own racing team, you know. There's enough of them. So thank you for that, Ian. That's given me a great new idea there. I'll just stop the video while I shuffle about. Now, here's another one, an Oldsmobile Tornado, and that's in really, really nice condition. And I think this came from my friend Mick in Ireland, this one. We finished looking at it, so this is from Mick in Ireland. Now it's unrestored. The paint started to just go on the bonnet there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a nice looking example. My plan has always been with these ones that look quite new is to customize them. Then I got this scrapper Alfa Romeo 75 1/24 scale Barago. Now I've got to look for another Barago because I've got to put some new wheels on it. But apart from the wheels, you know, one missing of course, it's not bad. And that would make an ideal rally car, that would, in my view. So we'll put that to one side. Then we've got a cheeky little motorbike. Could be Star brand. That's what it says there. Now, I'm not sure what motorbike that is. Could be anything really, Yamaha, Suzuki, but it's all there, so we can stand that at the back. Most of the motorbikes I've got are too big for the trailers that we normally have models for. Then Mick kindly sent this for my military collection. International 6x6 truck Corgi Major. And I think Mick's restored that in green there. Quite tidy, put the back on. I don't know if I'll do anything further to it, probably not. Apart from park it over there for now. Let's just get it to one side. It's on the rock and roll. And a few little 1/64ths. Is that a Porsche Super GT Matchbox? Obviously paint's gone. Rest of it's fine. Put that there. Then we've got is that a Charger? I think it is a Charger. I'm not quite sure. It says Pontiac GTO just there in small. Now I've got some 1/64 wheels, so that's not a problem. That's quite nice looking Charger. Obviously it's seen better days, and it's lost the front and the rear. So dare anyone ever bang a race a Charger? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Then a rather futuristic looking car, Super GT Matchbox International. It's quite nice. I think this is another Super GT Matchbox. Different style. And we've got a little Volvo 480 ES. Now, I almost bought one of these once, but when they came out, they were plagued with electrical problems. The seats sort of went like that. They were on like a roller rather than backwards and forwards. I remember sitting in it and adjusting the seat. Now that needs some restoration. The paint's gone off a bit on that one. See what else we've got in here. Ooh, if you like pink. High voltage. Looks like some World Championship Wrestling. Non-branded Chevy El Camino. It just says there. It's a quite nice looking thing. I don't know what I'd do with that. I'm not keen on the pink. Let's put that there. And we've got a rather nice looking Chevy Impala convertible. Jada Toys. It's quite nice in its original, but paint coming off it there. Look at that. For a muscle car. Dodge Challenger. Now I wanted a Challenger because me and my son had a Challenger, a lot later model than this, and that's probably powerful with this big blower on the front. This is a 75. I think ours was a 23 or a 24, and we really like that car. And then what's this Matchbox super fast little guy there. I'm not sure if he's supposed to turn round. If he's a roller-matic. Well, he's not roller-maticing anymore, so he's on some sort of hovercraft pontoon boat. And then the last one from Mick coming up is a rather large, as you can see, Ford Focus 2-door SVT 1/24 scale by Maisto. It's got a door mirror missing both sides. That's not a problem. There's a chip in the headlight there. Bonnet comes up to reveal an engine. Doors open. Quite tidy interior. Now I used to have one of these. Company car. W Reg in black. W899. I can't remember the rest of it. And I want to rally this. I want to convert this into a rally car. I think it's prime. It's a nice scale to do it in. And that's the reason I took that off making part exchange for something else. So that's Mick and Ian's lot, and thank you very much, guys. Very, very much appreciated. What I'm going to do is put them to one side and get the next set of donations out. And there we have a wing of Spitfires. They're supposed to be Spitfires. There's nothing to identify them. Well, that's got the Spitfire wing. That's closer to the Hurricane. Yeah, it's a Spitfire and 2 Hurricanes in my view. Now, I'm off to do what I did with the Gloucester Meteors. I'm off to take these ugly undercarriages off, and I'm off to mount those in formation. Paint's really good. Propellers are there. There's nothing more to do to those, so that's really quite nice to have. And you can always tell the two apart because the Spitfire had this elliptical wing, whereas the Hurricane had the squarer one. Sometimes difficult with models because they're not always accurate one way or another, but that's what they are. So we'll get the next lot. Right, a Jaguar XJ12 Matchbox Super Kings K66 1978. She's a beauty. Lifting up boot, tow hook intact, nothing else open. Glass is really nice, and that'd be a nice one to do because I am going to do more police vehicles this year. And here we have the Plymouth Grand Fury Matchbox Super Kings. Now, Luke, the Diecast Outlaw, donated these to me, I believe. Hope I've got that right. I picked him up at Stafford when I met him, Martin Dare and Paul Jones from Midlife Models. Obviously Martin Dare from Martin Dare's Dinky Toy Restorations. And that's entirely savable. It's lost an aerial, it's lost a sign at the top, or you could just customise that. It's ready for anything. Now, I think I recognise this. Caprice Classic, 90s. Chevrolet Caprice. Now, when I lived in Dubai, I once had one of these on hire. 7.1 litres, auto. Spun the wheels like nobody's business. Gobbled petrol like nobody's business, but I think it was 14p a gallon then, so that didn't matter. And I drove my mum and dad round on the first holiday in Dubai in that. My little Honda Integra had suffered a calamity, so I'd hired that. And that's going to be a nice police car to do. Ooh, the boot opens. And the doors, nothing else. So thank you for those 3, Luke. I hope I've got the right person there. Pretty sure I have. Luke also wrapped these for me. Lotus Climax Formula 1. Nice little working steering there. That's the important bit. I think the others I've got haven't got that, so I can use that as a model. It's got both mirrors, it's got the glass, it's got the driver. The decals will be really easy. There's one either side. I'm guessing that one's totally gone, which probably just a number 8, so I really look forward to doing that. And I need to get myself into gear and get some of these F11s done. So they're the items from Luke. Now I'll just bring up the ones from Mr. Martin Dare, the governor. Now first in Martin's box is some 18 decals. So I know Luke got the 18 truck, but I've got the decals, so I'll have to sort Luke out with some new ones. They're good templates though. Maybe that's why I've got them in my box, to sort new ones out. Little Matchbox F1, all intact. Now you saw me do one of these a while ago when I just swapped out the engine. This has got both exhausts, that one didn't. So they're quite nice to do. Now, one of these has been sitting for me to do it. It's Matchbox Specials Porsche CKS for a while, because I've been wondering how you do the stripes and the decals on this. Do you mask, etc.? Not very easy with spray cans, but that's still a debate I'm having in my head. Then we've got a Blaupunkt Porsche 956 Corgi, and that was an awesome vehicle. I think Le Mans Porsche, I think these have won this a number of years in a row in that era, so that would be a nice one to return to black. The thing is, these decals will be hard, sort of silvery white. You'd have to have a black background and match it up. And another Corgi racer, Porsche Audi 136 scale. That's a nice one. I've got a couple of those to do, so I could have a race team with just those in it. Then we've got some little 164ths. Sandigger. Now this is nice. This looks like the VW Dragons that I did last year, and it's Matchbox Toys, and it's called the Sandigger 1983. So that'd be a nice one to do. It's just chipped and worn. Obviously the silver's gone off there. It's got these big buggy wheels, and I do like doing a little Volkswagen. Exxon F1 Formula 5000, the big American V8 at the back there. Speed super fast. Now that's quite nice. I'd like to do that. Just need to get my act together. Weetabix Corgi Junior Formula 1 racer. Quite nice, all intact, all there. Not badly play worn actually, but obviously needs a refresh. And the Brook Bond Rob Walker Surtees TS9. Now I've got a few of these. This one fortunately is intact. Most of mine seem to have suffered a bit of front end damage on them. Let's put him to one side. And it is Matchbox F1 Racer time. That's another one. 1970 Formula 1. It's number 34. It's a nice little thing. Then another, and I say another, and can I say another, JPS Lotus. Now I think I could do a whole museum of John Player Special F1s. I'm working out how to do the decals myself. I've got some gold paper. I need to work out how to extract from pictures I've got the gold and just leave the black, and that's possibly a video in its own right. The front's totally yeah, he's had a bump. If it was Emerson Fittipaldi, he's had a bump on that one. And there just there is the original Texaco sticker, Emerson Fittipaldi World Champion 1972. I think when he won that, he was the youngest world champion ever. Another Corgi, like the orange one, Porsche Audi. Quite nice. Didn't know they'd done them in different colours. I'd only seen the one colour. So put that to one side. Oh, well, I've hit the camera there. Sorry. There's a nice little one. Ledo. Just a tyre coming off it. Well, that's easy to put back on, he said. There we go. Nice little 30s racer. Another one not needing restoring. Team Matchbox 1973. Very nice. And a BP tanker. Now it Marlborough, rear ends had it. BRM P160, made in France. Model Depot, can't quite read that there. Quite a nice one, not seen one of those before. Now, Hesketh Hesketh 308, 508. Now, I don't think Hesketh were in Formula 3 with James Hunt, then they went into F1 and had to pull out due to the expense. I think that's all intact, so maybe a bit of damage here on this front suspension. It's like we might have lost a bit at one side, but that's quite nice. That's obviously ready for restoration, and there's a bit of wobble in the wheels there, so I have to be careful with that. Now, I did ask Martin if he'd got one of these. I've done a couple of favours for him. So I've got the trailer for this Pickford's Scammell 6x6 tractor by Lesney, and I do intend to do that because I'd already done the decals before. But as you'll see in the video soon, I've learnt how to match the backing of the decals to the paint now. Takes a bit longer but looks a bit nicer. Then we've got a little Corgi, I'm guessing, Matchbox super fast, but it bears an uncanny resemblance to this type of car. That's why I thought it might be a smaller Corgi Juniors or something. So that's quite nice to do. It'd be nice to do those two together actually as a comparison, not just of scales but of design. Now this is the Monte Carlo Rally number 15 Matchbox VW 1500. Now one of the first videos I did was of this and I turned it into a Herbie, but this is original. It's got 137. It had the motorcycle trailer on the back, and I'm looking around to see if I've got one in grabbing distance. Unfortunately I haven't, but I could do that one back to original. I wouldn't Herbie that one again. Now another little lovely racer, and look at that exhaust coming out there, 248. It's only got 6 ingoing though. Corgi Juniors Grand Prix racer. A bit loose, so it'd be nice to do. Number 32 to you. Now that's quite nice, isn't it? Do like the style. I like cars with curves. That's why I like E-Type Jaguars and Rioras. And that is a Blue Shark by Matchbox Superfast 1971 Lesney. And I would like to do that. That's a beauty. That is a beauty. Jumping up a scale, Porsche. Is it 959 again? It's 917. Look at that in there. 245. Is that a 10 cylinder engine? Tyre there. Le Mans racer, great looking cars, all of these of that era, and an era of Porsche dominance, I believe. Now here we have another one, the 6-wheel Tyrrell. And this is quite nice because it's got all its decals, so you can see what you've got to replicate rather than just look at pictures. So that's quite nice, and I think I've done the decals for this already before, but I've not done the model yet. And got another little racer, Formula 1. I think we've just seen one of those in a different colour. It's very similar to that one, just a different colour. Both of them no rear suspension. And there's another one to boot, no rear suspension. So it's obviously a fault on them. And then we've got, finally in the F1 series, sorry I fit the camera there, we've got a Jordan. This is McDowell's toy from 2001. That's a really nice Jordan Racing Honda. Now there are some more from Martin, but I'll have to lift them up off the floor, so I'll stop the video there and clear the decks a bit. Right, so here we go. That's a nice Dinky Toys Morris 1100. Pressed in base there, heavily pressed in. Missing a tyre, but paint's gone obviously. Nice lifting bonnet, not his original colour, that looks like blue. It needs a full restoration, corrosion coming on down here, but that'd be nice to do. One of the first cars I ever drove in a field was one of those. That holds a special memory for me. Then another F1 racer, Dinky Toys this time, Ferrari 312B. Now, I've done a 312. It wasn't Dinky Toys though. It was probably Corgi, I suspect. We've got one mirror, missing one side, and we're missing the glass. I've got a spare Corgi, and I wonder if the parts off that would fit this. This, at the moment, looks bigger than the Corgi to me. Then another Dinky Toys Ferrari 312B in different colours. We've got both mirrors this time, so we just short the glass. So hopefully I can do something. And those wheels are rather nice. They do come off the hubs, I think. Feel a bit hard, but I think they are rubber, and that is a great roller. You'd have fun with that as a kid back in the day. Now in marketing scrapper box, I picked this out because I've got one of these, but my front's totally trashed. It's an Oldsmobile Tornado by Corgi. It's got no tyres. The glass is really not bad. It's like a scratch there or a crack, I'm not sure. But hopefully now I've got a good front end, I might be able to restore one of these. There's a little turner there. Let's see if the lights will pop up. Now that one's stuck. That one wants to lift up, if you can see. That one doesn't. So hopefully I can get one good one out of 2 bad ones or 3 bad ones, depending how many I've got. Then we've got this little comma. Is it a comma? Ford Thames rather. Corgi Toys. Quite nice. Little camper van. It's got its doors. Fully open. Not without pulling your fingernails off is the answer to that. They should open, but they're a bit solid. It's got the roof. Obviously that's probably loose, or the base is. Yeah, I think it might be the base. Because Martin's put an elastic band around there, so that'd be nice to do. And another Porsche 917. Yes. So if that was a Le Mans car, there'll be 2 or 3 in the team. So we've got enough to do 2 of the team now. Then Vigilant Range Rover, is it? Yes, Corgi Toys. Quite nice and simple. I haven't done one of these yet. Lost all its decals. Not sure if it's been rammed up the back there, because that looks like it's caved in to me. So try and open it. Might let us know a bit more. Yeah, I think it's suffered a bit of a rear shunt. So that should be obviously out there a bit further. And it's all caved in, but we might be able to do something with that. Now, Elvis has left the building. Cadillac Eldorado by Dinky. What a car. Needs a screen and the driver. If it's possible to get it, I'd like to do that. That's a 50s car. Chrome. Wings. It's got the lot. Probably in real life about 30 foot long. That would be really nice to do. Then total reversal. We've got an A10 Fairchild Thunderbolt 2 Warthog. Missing the cockpit. And this cockpit, it's quite big. They did do 1 2-seater trainer, and that looks too big to be a single seater, so I don't know what's going on there. They normally are single seaters. Great tank buster in its day, and that cannon should be pointing out the nose, not pointing down like the droopy nose of Concorde. That is a 7 or 8 barrel Gatling cannon firing depleted uranium shells. Now the engines were mounted there to hide the heat signature over this real tailplane. In theory it could fly with half a wing missing each side or something, carry a load of ordnance, and the pilot sat in a bulletproof titanium bath. Because that's a ground attack aircraft, and there'll be a lot of small arms fire at the base. This is a little cutie, isn't it? Dinky Toys Morris Oxford. Now I'm looking forward to doing that. It's all there. Nice simple one. I don't know whether I'd do it two-tone or not, but That's really nice. Chevy Impala. Now I've just put one of these into the queue to be done, which you'll see in a video, or you've seen in a video on January the 1st. So that's another one. I think that's in its original silver. So I'm customizing the other one, so I might do this in the silver. Now, no, it's got paint all over the windscreen, so it's not the original silver. And finally, an Astra. No, it's a VW Corrado. Thought it was an Astra at first. Great car in the day. If you got the 24 valve one, still highly collectible and sought after. So as a 90s saloon, that would be lovely to do. Now, what I normally do now, we're coming towards the end of the video, is what's the star of the show? And the star of the show is actually behind me. It's rather big. It's a lovely donation from the Diecast Outlaw, and I'll stop the video and we'll go over and have a look at it, shall we? So, there we are. Sound's probably changed a bit because the other microphone's out of reach, but it's a spray booth and a spray gun and the rest of the equipment you need to airbrush. And that is the star of the show from donations in December. Thank you very much, Luke, at Diecast Outlaw. Very much appreciated. And I hope to get to grips with airbrushing in 2025. Not sure how I'm going to get along, but Luke's going to offer all the advice he can. He's upgraded his system, so he's passed this on to me. So thank you, Luke. Right, we'll just go back over the other side. So we're back at the other side. Thank you, Luke, Diecast Outlaw, and that's his new logo. Go and follow his channel if you can. Thank you to my mates, Gary and Paul, for the Spitfire and Hurricanes. Thank you to Ian for the earlier Rolls-Royce Silver Ray and the Zephyr police car. Thank you to Mick in Ireland for the Ford Focus soon-to-be rally car. And a big thank you for Martin Dare for what is in front of you. Thank you very much. I'm struggling to pick a favourite, but I do love these little VWs, and partly because I've driven one of those Caprice Classic, which is a huge jelly wobble of a car, wobbles about everywhere you go, absolutely no handling, but excellent fun to drive. So they'd be my stars of the show. Now next week we will be looking at my own purchases from the Stafford Toy Fair in December. So take care of yourselves till then. There might be another smaller video and another subject in between. And I look forward to seeing you all in 2025. Bye for now.